Hi, Peter Kalos here with Melbourne Actors Lab. Okay, let's talk personalization. I talk about this everywhere, and most actors, once again, don't use this skill. You do this every day without thinking about it. And I've given you many examples. Today we'll talk about how to personalize objects, how to personalize places, and how to personalize people. Let's start with people. I guarantee you sometime in your life you're walking down the street and you bumped into someone that looked like your best friend. So when you see your best friend, automatically you feel a connection with this person. You go, oh my God, this is my best friend. Certain colors, certain sides of you come out. If it looked like someone you don't like or you don't get along with, automatically that side of you will come out. So personalization happens when you look at a person and you, let's call it scan a person, and you take things in from that person that remind you of someone you like or someone you don't get along with. We personalize everything. With people, narrow it down to 2 or 3 things. I'll give you an example. If I just met someone, I have no connection to them at all, and in the scene they're meant to be my best friend, I would use my best friend. I have a wonderful friend in LA, his name is Mark. I would think of Mark. I would think of 3 things: his hair, maybe his eyes, maybe his shoulders, or something. That's our own personal thing, what connects us to that person. And then I would cut and paste those physical qualities from my friend to the actor. And then I would focus on things that that particular actor does that remind me of my friend Mark. Qualities like that, and they bring them out. I'm only focused on those things that remind me of the friend. If he's playing my brother, I don't have a brother. I have people close to me like a brother. I have a sister. Depends on the scenario and the scene. I would cherry pick moments that remind me of a good friend of mine who is like a brother. And I would say, okay, now this is the brother. Over here, people I don't like or don't get along with, we all have them. I would take in the same exact actor, now have to make him my enemy, for instance. What 3 ingredients does this person have that remind me of someone I don't necessarily like? I have someone in mind. I would look at them, I would look at their hair, and then I would start looking for those qualities that this particular actor does that I don't like. Automatically, same actor, I've made one a friend, I've made one an enemy. Simple concept. That's called personalizing someone. You can make anyone. If it was a woman, for instance, I could make them my wife, my lover, my daughter, my sister, same exact actor. If I had the same exact actress here and she's playing my lover, I would obviously take in different things. Things about her that I find attractive, sexually attractive. You know what I'm saying? Body parts. I would look at her and take in those things. If that same woman, same actress is playing my daughter, regardless of age, so you get the concept, I wouldn't take in those things because they don't quite fit. I would take her in as a daughter, and I would look at the short skirt and go, hey, it's too short. Where here, I don't mind if it's short. You got me? Same exact actor, I can take in different qualities that gives me that connection, okay? If she's playing my sister, different quality. If she's playing my mom, different connection. We as actors take in those connections based on real people first, cut them and paste them to this person, and then we only connect along those lines. It's very important to understand this. People think it's a big deal, but it is a big deal. If someone's playing my lover, I don't want to go in the friend zone. If someone's playing my daughter, I want to stay in that parent zone. So I say, hey, do this, I'm protective. You know what I'm saying? That chemistry, once you mix it in and become friends on a film set or blah, 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 whatever happens, then it starts to get murky and you actually lose that quality. One of the best examples I gave is when they worked on, oh my God, it was Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster, Silence of the Lambs. They were scared of each other and they stayed like that. Go online, find it. They actually did not talk to each other because they wanted to keep that dynamic up of I'm watching you, I'm scared of you, don't get in my head, vice versa. They really kept it. So that's how you personalize people. How you personalize places. I want you to think like this. When you buy something, I'll just pick up something from my, here, pencil, I've done this before, right? If I bought 10 pencils just like this one, they would all be pretty much identical, right? All these other things happen over time. So now the prop department would give me this pencil and they would say to me, okay, this pencil belongs to your daughter. And I would look at the actual pencil and see things that I go, yep, there's a little bit of scratch here, a bit of dirt. The way it's sharpened, I could go, yep, my daughter would do that. Because if I picked another pencil, it would be quite different. Okay, here we go. Look at the difference. One's sharpened, one's not. Which one would your daughter do? Which one would your friend do? Which one would you do? This or this? Which one would you pick up? That makes it personal. It's a personal choice. Would it be nicely sharpened and cleaned and the top would be clean, or would it be all over the place, bite marks, all that stuff? Which one would your character do? That's how you make it personal and private. Or if it belongs to someone else, which one is mom, which one is dad, which one is daughter, which one is sister. Now, if you can't bite on the actual object, imagine the bite. Because one of my kids would bite the whole damn pencil. So I could imagine that. Now this becomes mine. I can imagine fingerprints. I can imagine smells that feed me to that person. And because I've spent more time on this, I feel a closer connection to this object because we touch objects in real life. We touch people in real life, okay? If it's an actor that I just met, we don't touch him. If it's a daughter, I touch. Hi, how are you? You hug, you kiss, whatever you do. If it's a lover, you touch differently. If it's a sister, you touch differently. If it's a stranger, you don't touch, you shake hands, whatever you do. As most actors are strangers and we have our personal things, so we don't interact. So you see two people standing talking like this. If it's a good friend, you touch them differently. Same as objects. If it's not yours, you don't touch it. If it's yours and it's personal and private, you touch it. People touch things all the time. Next time you're in your house, spend an hour just watching people. Watch what they touch and how they touch it differently. The other thing is place. Place matters. So many actors don't take it in. How do you personalize place? I want you to understand this concept. And I say this every single night in class. I guarantee you can have my students vouch for it. Every single night I say this. If I blindfolded you right now and took you outside to the garage without telling you anything, you would know you're at the garage. Why? Because there's a smell. If there's a car there, there's a smell of the car. If I blindfolded you, took you to the bathroom, it would be a different smell, right? If I blindfolded you, took you to the kitchen without telling you anything, you'd know you're in the kitchen. You'd smell things. You'd hear things differently as opposed to being in the bedroom. Different sounds, different smells, different connections. And I want you to scan the room. This is a real room. It belonged to my daughter. There's connections here. I see to the left. I see to the right. I look up. I look down. I look behind me. I see signs of her. But if this was a film set, I know she has a massive flag. It's a big American flag on this wall. So when I look to my left, I would see the flag. Now, if I'm playing a father that had a daughter and I look to the left and I imagined I saw a flag, for a split second, we're talking splitting hairs here, but for a split second, I would remember my daughter. And I'd look around and see different things and remember her. Those split seconds I can't fake. If I do fake them because the director says, show me a moment where thinking of a daughter, yeah, I get one hit wonder, maybe. But if I let place create me, it's different. If this was a living room and it was my living room or dining room where we spent time as a family, I would look around and remember all the places. If it's a restaurant, do you go to that restaurant or did the character go to this restaurant with his family? Because if the character went there with family, it's different if the character went there with a business person or a lover or whatever it was. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's different connections. So when you're on a film set, that's why Ilya Kazan said, don't tell actors where to go. Put furniture in the right place. It's a big statement and it's a big responsibility as the actor. So now I'm on a film set and let's assume we film in a restaurant. Based on the circumstances of the character, like I said earlier, if he has no connection to it, why did you sit here and not there? Why do you sit by the door and not by the toilet? If you're going on a date, you would not sit by the toilet. You got me? You'd sit by the view of the window. Okay? They're going to place you in front of the camera, but I, as an actor, will look outside, look at the ocean view and go, wow, this is a beautiful date. Look at the view. Do you know what I'm saying? Right? If it's just a friend want to hang out the back, hey man, we're by the toilet, who gives a shit? Okay? So you personalize things. People, places, and things all become personal. There's a reason you've heard that line, by the way. A lot of addicts use it. People, places, things. because they want you to avoid those people, places, things which would trigger things for them. And we as actors have to know that. What does this place trigger for the character? What does this object trigger for the character? Don't think emotions, because that's it's a trap, all right? Because then you're looking for a result. Think connections, think memories, think moments, and then we behave differently. We touch things differently. We eat differently. We connect differently, okay? That is a skill. So now I'm no longer just doing this. I'm taking place in, I'm taking the person in as they're talking. As you see, most actors just sitting there. No, take them in. If your daughter's talking to you, it's different. If your mother, different. If your best friend, we want those little subtle differences. Our work is so subtle. I want you to understand this. What I'm giving you here will change your work on a subtle level. It's like good seasoning. If it stands out, it's no good. But if you take it away, you'll notice it. Most people don't understand these concepts because they run straight to the lines like, oh, there's no time for this. Try them. Learn your lines in that place. Learn your lines while you're holding the object, because they'll feed you. Your work will be different, and it's our job to know why. Not the director's job, not the audience job, our job as an actor. It's important to know why the actor looks around, taking in moments which remind him of the daughter. That's a skill. And then you say the lines. I hope this helps. I want you to go around your house when you have time, spend an hour, find places that are personal in your house. A bedroom's personal, a toilet we don't give a shit about, literally, right? A corner of a room is not personal unless there's something there. This corner of my room, of my daughter's room, has photos everywhere. That's personal. That's not. That's a different corner. And objects. If you were to leave, what objects, not computers, they're not personal, you can replace those. What personal objects that belong to a people or you as a child matter to you vis-a-vis the character, places, and people. You can hold the people that matter to you in a handful, literally. So I want you to cast, if this is a character and you go, that's his best friend, that's his mom, that's his wife, that's his child, who would you cast from your life in these characters? And when you cast those things, like if someone named Bob is playing my best friend and I think of my friend Mark, I cast that person and automatically I get that reaction, that connection. I hope this helps. Please try it. It takes a long time to master these things. It takes 2 seconds to understand it, but to master them takes a lot of hard work. And that's why acting is actually a lot of hard work. Thanks for joining me. Talk again soon. Take care.